Hello, I'm Ernie Larson, and I can't tell you how excited I am about this series on relapse prevention, because as all of us in recovery know, every good thing in our life comes with sobriety first, just like every good thing in our life is lost with relapse. The first point of the introduction is chemicals medicate pain. In order to avoid relapse, we have to get to that place in us where the pain is. God knows we often enough live in angry, terrible places, with dogs eating your heart out and all kinds of images that men talk about when they're talking about that pain. Well, what's a safe image? What's a loving image? We have to go to that place. We have to have a symbol, whether it's a medallion, whether it's a stone, whatever it is, but we need to put that meaning in some kind of a symbol as we open up and meet the men. Each one has been given a very special medallion. And that medallion came from Dr. Bob's house, who was one of the co-founders of AA in Akron, Ohio. It's filled with power, special. Your situation, maybe you're not going to get a medallion. Maybe you're not in a group. But find some symbol that has the meaning for you that I am choosing today because of all that is important to me, I will not use again. Chapter 1, let's talk about understanding relapse. Now, the theme that we are running through this whole series is chemicals medicate pain, which means, of course, early on in recovery, our effort needs to focus on the chemical. But at some point, if our efforts don't focus on the pain of our life, and there again, we're talking about the secrets and the lies and the unfinished business, of course, we're going to relapse. A map, if you will, of relapse it's the steady movement back to use. Doesn't happen all at once. It's the steady movement back to use because the pain of our lives became too great, the guilt, the shame, the fear, whatever it is, because we stopped doing the behaviors that controlled the pain before. We have to understand where the pain of our life is. We have to understand the first tick, that first impulse, that first trigger that happens in us, because it doesn't happen all at once. We don't go from first trigger to full relapse in 10 seconds. There's a process, and we need to understand what that process is. So what we're going to share here, just first kind of go around, based on, again, chemicals medicate pain. When you finally arrested that addiction, so you were clean, what is the pain? What is it that you really have to watch out for? Is it fear of being responsible? Is the pain about, oh God, I'm not going to be liked, nobody's going to accept me? Is it, what is the pain? And then when you think about your last relapse, what was the first tug of that? What was the first impulse that if you recognized that early on and changed it, you probably wouldn't have gone on to use it?
I remember coming home from prison on the bus and feeling real good. On the ride I have all these great plans and resources of where I'm going to go for help, and as soon as I got off the bus, this fear came over me, and this it was just a fear of actually going out, and now I have to act, now I have to do something. So I knew I had to see my PO. I had to get that out of the way, and I went and saw him. And when I came out of the PO, I still had that feeling. And the first thing that I thought about was to escape that feeling and medicate it.
That pain there, that the fear of having to put something into action and the responsibility, that's a real trigger for you.
Me, it was just overwhelming.